live stream on some kind of
Yeah, it's live on Facebook right now.
okay.
I'll make a presentation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So here we have our rock star for today. It's Bohumil. It's really great to have him here because he's a member of Forbes 30 under 30, and he's bootstrapped an agency, a company called Contentino, through a very, very competitive market. Yeah, welcome, Bohumil.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Cool. Okay. So could you tell me more about what Contentino is? What does it do actually?
Mm-hmm. Contentino is a social media tool tailored for marketing teams, agencies, and brands. So it is like you would have Asana and Buffer having a
Yeah,
baby. So that's what we do in a very short uh, pitch line.
cool. I've seen that you guys also besides that you're also a very good let's say conversational tool for teams, meaning like you have these communication where teams can communicate whether to post a piece of content or not. So you have this feature which makes you a bit different from other tools, right?
Mhm. Yes, that's our main differentiation. I mean, we originally came from, we are a spin-off of advertising agency, and
Okay.
they had this challenge that when they were creating posts for their clients, the process is kind of a mess. You have copywriters creating the copies, idea makers creating the ideas, graphic designers creating the visuals, right? And they need to assign tasks to each other.
Yeah.
And then you have clients on the other side, and they need to approve everything. And the old-fashioned way how to do it is basically, um, well, emails, Excel sheets, WhatsApp messages, whatever you choose, and you can imagine how chaotic it can be. So they have decided that okay, we got to fix this problem. That time there was nothing like that on the market. They were just scheduling tools, and yeah, they created a platform which now became an independent bootstrap startup.
Yeah. Okay, so you basically bootstrapped it, but why did you, first of all, so you were an agency, right? So you were an agency which created, scratched its own itch, right? So you had the problem that you couldn't cooperate with clients, and then you started this. Why in such a crowded market? There you had Buffer, you have Hotsuite, you have a bunch of tools which do that. Why exactly that?
This is a very good question. When I first time came to Constantino, I'm not one of the founder. I was invited at the very beginning when Contentino was just internal tool, and the founder told me like, "Hey, we've got this minimal viable product, and yeah, can you do something with it? If everyone is happy, like our clients are happy, we are happy using it. We believe that there's more agencies and brands which could really use this tool." And I was thinking that time like, okay, this is such a saturated market. Like there's so many social media tools out there, and it took me about 6 months to understand what is the value proposition. It took us a while to even name it that we are collaboration approval tool, right? We were
Hmm.
trying to figure it out. Okay, so what we are doing different than the others? What is the differentiation? What is the unique value proposition?
Hmm.
So yeah, I agree. But at the end, it turned out that and we are getting a lot of clients which are leaving these kind of old-fashioned social media tools because they were missing exactly these workflow processes in their social media tools, and we could provide them. And and we are saving so much time on operational tasks by doing this, so they understand that they rather spend the time on creativity than on searching for lost emails and miscommunications. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's saturated market. However, if you find a niche, it's a way to go.
Yeah, one thing that you mentioned is about the overcrowded market. Maybe you've heard about Quicken. It's a tool used for accounting in the US, very very popular. and they have their first, so the company and their first product was Turbo Booster, I think, something like that. So when they created their product, they had they've counted 22 or 23 competitors on that market, but they believe that, with a unique set of features, with a something they only they could do, just like Continental does, they could have a very good niche, which would have, nobody else could do that. And now they are like, I think 20 years past from that. That was the beginning of the 90s. It was 90s, beginning of the 20s. So they're very like popular, and they're very known right now. So I think you guys have a similar, let's call it, focus in a way. I was wondering, did you guys define the target audience, your ideal client, right away, or you were trying, experimenting with it, and then going from iteration to iteration and so on?
It was a learning process for sure.
Okay.
But since the very beginning, we were approaching directly the ideal customers. We thought at the beginning that we are tailored just for agencies, but at the end, we realized that we are providing a lot of value for brands and in-house marketing teams. So I think that if we are staying and being connected with your potential clients and your clients, you will realize a lot of things you wouldn't if you wouldn't be connected with that. So it was a learning process. It took us a while to understand that, okay, it's not only agencies, but also brands, and multinational brands are ideal customer of our tool.
So basically, you're saying, so you started with agencies, but then you realized that you're solving not only agencies' pains, which are similar to yours, right? But also like big companies where you have teams, like big social media teams, I suppose, right? So so your ideal client changed from an agency to a team, right? To a team who has, I guess, like 3+ social media people doing social media, or how? What's your ideal client right now?
The ideal client, well, the agency which has at least 5 clients which are doing social media. So the agency can be small with 3-4 people in house, but ideally it's over 10 people working on social media on the agency side. And then we have brands which are having some internal team. And once again, the ideal client it's over 10 people in house, including the team leaders or the people who are approving the content internally. And then another ideal client is a multinational brand, since we have added a couple of modules in Constantino over the time, which are tailored for adapting international content in localizing global content into local markets. So if there is a brand which is being visible and doing marketing activities in several different countries, we have a tool which is helping them to localize and have a control over the quality of the content. So the countries are not really autonomous, but they are staying on brand, and they are keeping the guidelines, and they're publishing the content which was approved on the top level.
Wow, that's very nice. So this approval feature, like this approval thing, is basically what is it's really interesting to hear about localizing. I would never think about it if I haven't seen a lot of actually tools doing that. So yeah, kudos, good job, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Would you name a few of your competitors who you think are very, very close to what you offer, if there are so? I know you've mentioned Buffer and others, but
we have a lot of indirect competitors. These big tools, these big guys, and I would name 2 direct competitors. The first are Planable, very smart people doing great stuff, and the second one is Heyorka. They are Canadians. And I think that they're double the size as we are, and they're also they're doing also a very good job. There's a couple more, but I don't think they are that size or they have such influence as those other two tools.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm curious about what kind of challenges did you have as an ad agency at the same time, building the tool?
What kind of challenges we had?
Yeah, you had, yeah.
There's so many challenges. Every quarter we have some challenge. From the I think that the biggest challenge was a strategic decision for how long we are going to keep our tool niche, keep
Okay.
our niche
Okay.
with the tool. So I think it was 2 years ago when we have decided, like, okay, we need to serve a wider audience, because we were getting a lot of requests from our existing clients and also from potential leads, potential clients, that they are missing analytics. And we were always like, okay, but if we start to do analytics, then we need to do community management, then we need to do social media monitoring, and we lose our niche and the thing what we are special. But then we decided, like, okay, there's way too many requests. We are losing a lot of potential clients. Let's build analytics. And we took a little bit different approach how to do analytics. So it was quite a big challenge for us. And I think that it was a good decision. So if you want to grow, it's very hard to keep your product. I don't want to say simple, but I can't find a word. But you need to become a little bit more robust to serve wider audience, and that was the start of building more different modules in Contentino. So it started with analytics. Now we are launching community management, Contentino Engage, and it's all because the market was asking for it. We still are profiling ourselves that we are for marketing teams, advertising agencies, and brands. We are not saying that we are a scheduler or that we are for freelancers, even though we have plenty of freelancers using us.
Okay.
But yeah, this was the biggest challenge, I think, to communicate clearly what we are and not defocus ourselves.
Gotcha.